This will be on YouTube as well for anyone that wants to do it and compare. If anything doesn't feel right, and feel free as well to call me over or put your hand up and I'll come over. Just check everything's fine. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. So reduce range of movement or rest. Cat-cow's a nice safe one. So I'm going to start with roll downs, leading with the arms. Good curve in the spine, one vertebrae at a time. And slowly back up, being aware of any tightness. Onto the tiptoes, soft knees. You'll feel tightness at the back of the hamstrings usually. Tiptoes. Feel free to pull your head closer to your legs to improve back flexibility if you feel able. Just going to come down as far down as you can. You feel any tightness on one side more than the other? Anywhere in particular? Last one. I'm going to start with lateral leg raises. Soft knee with a bend, coming as far up as you can and slowly down. Keep it nice and controlled, coming down, don't let gravity bully you down. Looking for 12 to 15 reps. Rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine, so you've got tension, the full core. This will help with your balance. Standing tall, like you've got a string attached to your head, it's pulling you tall. 2 more. Then with a good bend in the knee, semicircles. Crossing over that front leg. So the more you bend at this knee, the more you're working that thigh and toning that leg muscle. You'll feel a burning sensation. Again, 12 to 15. If it's burning, it's working. Three, 2, 1. Back to leg lift. 12 to 15. So you should hopefully start feeling a burning sensation in that stabilizing ankle. So work on ankle strength and knee strength. As far up as you can, pause at the top. 2, 1, crossing over. Again, 12 to 15. As you stumble, just keep correcting yourself, regain your balance and continue. It's not a big deal, this is what we're training for. Should hopefully start to feel a burning sensation, that supporting bum cheek. 3, 2, 1. This time, we're going to bring our knee up and back, as far up as you can, and back, toes pointed. Rib cage in, belly button into spine. Looking for 10 to 12. Again, hopefully your calves are on fire by now, and this glute here. So glutes are important to switch on, because that's where your balance and coordination is coming from, stabilizing that pelvis, which is the foundation to the building. 2 more. Burn, burn, burn. Done a lot with upped it. Shake off that ankle. 5. Whew. Feels a bit weak. Back into roll downs. 5. Tiptoes. So much of a curve in your lower back as you can. 2 more. Whew. Last one. Now the leg we've just been standing on, that feels a bit fatigued. Bring that out for lateral leg lift. Let's see how it can compare. Usually we start with our stronger, more stable side first. So you should just be patient with the weaker side if this is it. Deep breaths. Subtle yet powerful and effective movements. Another 6. 5, 4, 3. 2 more. 1 more. Semicircles. Good bend in this leg. More bend the better. More calories burning. More tone in that leg. Strengthening the muscles around the knee. Again, 10 to 12. One more. Whoa, good. Lateral leg lifts. If your balance was fine at the start of this, but it's reducing and you're struggling, it's just fatigue is setting in. It's perfectly normal. Standing tall, shoulders down away from ears. Burn, burn, burn. Let's cross over, semicircles. Another 10 to 12, as long as you can hold on to that burning sensation in that glute. Or it might be your ankle if you've got strong glutes. Another 6, 5, 4, 2. Okay, this leg comes up for knees. Whoops. For knees and then back, point your toes. And you're looking for 10. The chest facing the floor. 3, 2. Burn, burn, burn. 1 more. Good. Whew. Roll downs 5. Shake off that leg. We'll do 1 more. Feels good. Good. Grab a drink if you need one. So I'm going to move to the floor next. So if you've got a desk job, naturally you can lose connections in your glutes, which can cause balance and back pain. I'm going to begin with the cat-cow. So if you want to swap any exercise for this, because we're going to be working like isolating the back muscles next. So if you don't feel comfortable doing another set, if it's your first time or you're worried about recurrent injury, it's important to build that trust and confidence with your body first. So you can easily come into, so start off slow with the cat-cow till you mobilise and your body gets used to it. That fluid gets in between the joints. Pulling your spine to ceiling, exhaling the cat, stretch. Shoulders away from ears. One more. Good. Coming down as child's pose, knees together. This is for the lower back curve. And I'll hold that. Using a spine floor, you coming into the cat stretch, into a bit of a half plank, and then cat stretch back down to child's pose. Again, this time I'm going to bring in a push-up, Pilates push-up, so to the back of the room, cat stretch out into child's pose. Again, cat stretch into Pilates push-up. Doesn't matter how deep you get in the push-up. So start, cat stretch out into child's pose. Again, keep going. Rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine. Looking for 10 more if you can. Three more. One more. Good. From here, so if you're feeling on your wrist, feel free to go on to fists or take a rest, shake off and back into it. Next movement's genuinely quite safe. Pelvic strength and stability, back as well. Opposite arm to opposite leg. Coming out, I'm going to hold that position, rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine. Making sure your hips are level. And from here, we're going to come out and in 5 times. Shoulders away from ears. 2 more. Again, we're trying to hold on to that balance. Good. Hold that position for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it back. Same for the other side, coming out. So palms directly under the shoulder. Hold, 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 hold. Let's bring it out for 5 reps. Nice and steady on the pelvis, no rocking. You're not going any higher than shoulder and hip height. 2 more. And hold for 5, 4, 2, 1, cat-cow. Two more, going for 5. I want your spine to feel lengthened and stretched after this class today. Okay, coming down to child's pose for the stretch, nice and warm. Pushing for that lower back curve. Into cat stretch, then push up. Cat stretch out, child's pose. Times 10, or as many as you can. Another 5. Two more. Good, into tabletop position. Opposite arm to opposite leg, coming out for that hold. Rib cage tucked in, belly button to spine. Shoulders away from ears, palm directly under your shoulder. You might be feeling this in your shoulder as well if you've got weaker, unstable shoulder. Coming in and out for 5. Again, nice and steady. Pelvis isn't moving much. Trying to keep it as still as you can. One more. And hold for another 5 seconds. We've just worked the back of our arms, the triceps. You might be feeling on that as well. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1, and down again. Opposite side. Hold, hold, hold. Excellent. 3, 2, 1, let's begin. 5. 2 more. Hold, hold, hold. 5, 2, 1. Good. Cat cow. Next, our elbows come down on the mat. Back flat for the puppy pose. Knees, sorry, head between your elbows. Stretch under the. And we're going to come down into the prone position. So we're isolating the muscles next to the back. So the point is to come up as far as you feel comfortable. Like I said last week, I've seen on his belly. Raise them. Which takes how far start concentrating. Burning. Pause. Take your time, just stretching off what we're just. Push that bum down to your heels. Or you can come back down in for another set. Nice and steady. Good. From here, I'm going to look left and right in our hips. Push your hip on the opposite side far away from your rib cage to open that gap. I'm going to go into thread the needle here to open up the upper back and thoracic mobility. So elbow bends as you push through. Start off slow with this one until you mobilise. You're going to follow your gaze with your hand. as you come right round as far as you can. Yeah, start off slow, and then each time, if it feels all right, it'll feel tight at first. We don't often do this range of movement. Just keep pushing a little bit further round each time. This is a plane of movement we often injure ourselves in. Reaching for a bag and putting a bag on the counter with a twist. It's important to stay mobile and flexible. If you don't use it, you lose it. We're going for 10 to 12. Another 5. 4. Take note on how far round you're getting on this side so you can compare to the other side. 2. 1. Good. Moving left to right with the hips again. It's like you're wagging the tail slowly. Okay, thread the needle the other side now. Again, start off with a smaller range of you might be feeling a lot on your wrists and your shoulders. It's all working and strengthening those. Grip strength. Number 6. Following your gaze with your hand right round, because your spine will follow. 2. 1 more. We're just going to finish with opening up the pelvis with the frog stretch. So knees out as far as you can and sit on your feet, coming down. You'll feel a mild discomfort in the inner groin, that's what we're looking for. So open up them hips, great for mobility. Just hold that position and wait for your body to get used to it. Deep breaths. Excellent. Grab a drink if you need one. I'm going to move into semi-supine next to work on the abdominals. So if you're male or female, connections can be lost throughout the whole body, but pelvic floor is a common one. So I'm going to work on that and wake it up. Inhale, arms rise, shoulders away from ears. Pausing with full lungs at the top before exhaling through the mouth slowly. Relaxation breaths. Another 9. Inhale. Pause at the top. Good. 8 more. I'm going to bring in the pelvic floor. Inhale, push the abs out, relax like you're on the toilet, like you're passing wind, urine, whatever. Exhale, pulling in the urine, any wind you don't want to. I'm going to hold it in with your abs on the exhale. Inhale, push out. Exhale, hold everything in. So we're not just strengthening the connections here for the pelvic floor and relaxing. We're also trying to build confidence as well in the cold winter nights that there's going to be no leakage. We can hold it. Another 5. Rib cage in, belly button into spine on the exhale. So it's the opposite of what you would think. Inhale, relax your abs, push them out with your pelvic floor. Exhale, holding everything in. 2 more. Good. Let's wake up the core. So legs in tabletop. So ideally straight, or it will come with time as you strengthen the hip flexors. So rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine. Push your pelvis anterior so you've got no curve in your lower back, okay? So there's no curve in your lower back, it's flattened, and the job of your abdominals is to keep your rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine, push down like someone's punching in the stomach. The role of your abs right now is to keep your back against the floor, okay? So it's going to hold this position like a plank. Get used to how that feels. Have a poke around below the belly button. Connections are sometimes lost there, especially if you've had lower back pain. It's definitely a sign you've got a weaker lower core. Deep breaths. And hold this for a couple more seconds. So you can continue to hold this, or you can bring the knees out, feet together and in. There's a bit of a progression. Looking for a burning sensation. But we are working the deep core as well, so keep checking in with yourself, because as these subtle connections are lost, your back might lift a little bit without realizing. So just keep checking that that's fully against the floor. Your abs are keeping it that way.